Hi, I'm Chris D'Elia. I'm Dean of the College of the Coast and Environment at Louisiana State University. And it's my pleasure to have a little interview with one of our illustrious graduates from the class of 2018 in our Coastal Environmental Science BS program. Her name is April Ellis, and she is from Atlanta. And we're here together in my place in St. Pete, Florida, where she is about to start her PhD in oceanography at the College of Marine Science at the University of South Florida. So I wanted to just ask her a few questions and find out a little bit about her history, how she got into science, what she's done since she was finished at our college, and what she ultimately wants to study. So April,
Yeah.
you can tell me a little bit about yourself and
Yeah.
how you got here. What happened to get you into science?
Yeah, so I went to school in Atlanta and I knew that I wanted to go away for college. And my mom was like, okay, great, well, you're going to have to pay for it. So I found a love for science when I took in my AP biology course, my senior year of high school, and I just fell in love with how our body system works, but just how the entire our cell system and everything like that works around it. But I knew that I didn't want to just focus on humans at the time, so I started researching like environmental ways, and then I found the school of Coastal Environment or the college at the time, and I just liked how all the curriculum was really science-based and how I originally planned on going to vet school, so I was really interested in how I could take my core classes and also have something that I enjoyed that wasn't just cell biology. So I took it, and I also found out that I could get in-state tuition for it since it's not offered in Georgia. So I was really excited about that, and I fell in love with LSU, and that's kind of how it happened, how I got to be at the CES program. So it was pretty awesome.
And you enjoyed your time at LSU?
I did. LSU is one of the best schools I've been to ever. The atmosphere, the people, the staff, faculty, it was a great experience for me because I learned a lot about myself and I learned a lot about the discipline in its entirety. So it was really good.
So the Coastal Environmental Science major was an interesting one. There weren't too many students in it when you first joined the program. And it's building, and it's a wonderful program.
Right.
Why don't you say a few words about it?
Yeah, so when I joined my class, I think there was like less than 20 of us that were taking courses, and I actually enjoyed it because I went to a big high school, so I liked having that one-on-one attention from professors and just getting to really know my cohort or the people that I was around coming in with me. And even going into my sophomore, junior, and senior year, meeting the younger classes and getting to know them because there wasn't as many. You know, in different colleges they have so many people, so it's hard to get to know people, and for us it's really tiny, and you get to know the faculty one-on-one, and you actually get to ask them questions and understand different research topics that you can enjoy, so you're not just doing one thing. The faculty does so much good work that so many different research topics that you can get into, and it's really easy since there's not a lot of people. So if you want to be in a research lab, you can get in really easily. You can just ask the professor the day you go into their classroom. So I definitely enjoyed my time at LSU. I loved football games, of course, but I loved the academics as well. So the college
and
was
you
awesome.
Did very well, as I remember.
Yeah, it was
GPA.
hard, but it was good.
Good GPA. It's a real hard degree, and your GPA, I'm not going to embarrass you by saying what it was, but it was darn good, and you don't do that without having some real hard work at it. And you got involved in research. You were one of the first in our college, really, to be interested in the marine plastics issue.
Yeah, so I started getting interested toward my junior and senior year, and it really started with trying to figure out at first what we wanted to do for capstone, but it also started with our biology courses when it came to marine biology. But I found it very interesting since Mardi Gras is a huge deal in New Orleans and Louisiana in general, and I wanted to know why, where is this plastic going? And so that's where I got into the research, and I also wanted to know, what is it doing to our bodies? We talk about the harmful effects of plastics and how it's made, and that's why I got into my research was okay, I want to know all this plastic that we use in Mardi Gras that's thrown on the streets, and Mardi Gras beads are all plastic beads. Well, it's all going down the Gulf of Mexico. You know, the sewer system in New Orleans is not good at all, so it's all just being flushed down there. So I think that's what interested me, and I got into the research, which was one of the best things about me being at the college also. So it's been
That's
awesome.
so cool. And now I know from having talked to you many times that you're very interested in the interface between human health and environmental health.
Right.
In both directions.
Right.
And so what did you do when you finished up at LSU?
So when I graduated LSU, I went to Emory University, Rollins School of Public Health, and I got my master's of public health and environmental health. While I was there, I worked for the CDC in 2 different branches. So I first worked in HIV prevention, and then my second year I started working in the National Center for Environmental Health, studying microplastics, which is the first time this year ever that they've looked into microplastics and studying microplastics in human health, which is my research interest overall. So it was just really awesome, and I currently am an ORISE fellow for the summer, and I work at the CDC doing the same thing, working on microplastics and looking at the potential human health impacts.
That's pretty cool. So then you took another interesting track that very, very few, certainly African Americans take, and African American women.
Yeah.
So what are you going to do now?
So I started my PhD here at the College of Marine Science at the University of South Florida in St. Petersburg. And I'm studying microplastics, but in sea squirts. And I'm looking at the gut microbiome of how the sea squirts are taking in microplastics, because it relates to children's gut microbiome, and it's a cross-section. I'm also working with a professor at USF Health, and so he's my co-advisor, and he's really interested on what do microplastics do for the gut microbiome, because it relates to children's. They're very, very similar. So I'm really excited to see that and to do my research and do my dissertation on it. It'll be really great.
That's so cool. And being interested in what we commonly refer to as the geosciences, the ocean, the atmosphere, and the land,
Yeah.
it's an unusual career choice for somebody with your background. What do you think are the opportunities for you down the line?
There are so many opportunities. You can, I personally want to be a professor and also do my research, but you don't have to go into academics. You can go into government work or private work. I have worked in the government, and it's great. You can go into private sector jobs. You can go into having your own research lab. So you can go into many different avenues with the geosciences. You don't have to be cut and dry. Like most people think you have to teach or you have to do some things. Like, you don't have to do that. You can go in your own way. It's just, what do you want to do with your degree? You can take it so many different places. So it's really great.
A lot of people don't like to go into oceanography because they get seasick. But I don't know if you get seasick or not.
I don't, but there are pills for it,
Yeah.
so you can take
But
pills to help.
You also don't need to work on a vessel outside.
Yes.
A lot of the work can be done in a lab or can be done in an
Right.
office or whatever. So.
Right, and you don't have to be in a lab the whole time to work on it. I mean, I got into public health because I didn't want to be in a lab at the time. I wanted to look at the actual human interaction of populations. And public health, as you know, is all about population-based. It's not just one individual, so large groups of people. And we rarely work in a lab. And I went into that just because of that reason. Like, I wanted to focus on the human health aspect as a whole before I go back into my sciences and go into the lab work. So you don't have to be in a lab.
So I know I'm going to check back with you along the way, definitely in a couple of years when you're halfway to your degree. And then I hope to be in the audience or even maybe on the stage when you get your PhD, because I'm very proud of you.
Yeah, that would be awesome. It's been a great, and Dean D'Elia has been an awesome inspiration to all of us, and I think he shows that he's really determined to bring our college to greater heights, and I think it's just a wonderful job that you've done. So.
Well, thank you very much. I couldn't ask for a kinder word, and it's the kind of thing that makes me real happy.
Yeah, of course.
Thank you.